Welcome to the Tone Jerks Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got...
Kyle McIntyre. You don't recognize me?
Kyle McIntyre. All right.
Brian, you getting this?
We did miss
I'm
last
right
week.
here.
Yeah, we did miss last week, and it was a joint effort, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I don't think so.
I was going to take the full blame for it because...
you should have.
Yeah.
You still should.
Like,
all right, tell them why. Go
okay,
for
well, I had a couple gigs and then practices for the gigs on our record nights, and then my work schedule got moved around to where we couldn't record, and I was like, oh, dude, Kyle, I'm so sorry. I'm like, and then I didn't plan ahead. I'm like, oh, we should have recorded on these two nights instead. And then, Kyle, you're like,
well,
you also.
I worked the weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell you anything. I just worked.
Yeah,
you know, it was pretty busy, but I might have had one of those times off, but I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think to hit you up because I was.
Yeah, I think we were talking. I'm like, oh, in retrospect, I'm like, we couldn't have recorded last week. It was just stars aligned that they wanted to push back. The powers that be. Yeah, trying to hold us
our
back.
horoscopes. We should have looked at that first, actually.
You know, they're trying to silence us. So it's basically like caution tape around our mouths. Edgy podcasters. Yeah. The gods above.
I bet it was Ryan and Steve. They tried to silence us.
Every other guitar podcast. And you got fucking Cold
Even
Duke.
the boys over, across the pond.
Yeah.
Our Fred Talk podcast, those guys.
Yeah. They're like,
they
silence
hate us,
them.
actually.
They can't reach to 250.
I heard they hate us,
because they ain't us.
That's it. No, just start some bullshit for no reason.
Yeah, we need to start some beefs. I think we should do that.
They'd be nice to actually start a beef with.
Yeah,
they'd probably actually be really good at it, and we would suck at it.
They just bury us.
And and we're like, dude, we were playing. Like, so are we. This is fun to us.
Oi, bruv. Anyway,
it's the Battle of Britain all over again.
1776.
No, that's okay.
So,
all right.
We honestly last week could not have worked at all. So
yeah,
we missed it. So, but hey, we didn't. We managed to squeeze out Patreon. Not that it was bullshit. So we didn't skip a week of Patreon. So this is not like a plug to be like, give us money. But I mean, if you did, that'd be cool. Because we didn't miss last week. We still kept on regular scheduled Tuesday release over there on Patreon. So I apologize for the main feed here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, when we started recording, we were just too damn tired. I was fucking tired.
Well, yeah, we managed to fit it in a schedule that was like adding another like hour. And so it was, not to say like everybody's like, podcasting, how fucking hard is that? Sometimes like the time frame here and putting it into like, Kyle, you're like, okay, it's, at midnight, you got to work tomorrow. Let's go another hour and a half. It's like, no, I'm fucking.
No thanks. Fucking kill me. I just crack the cyanide tablet in my mouth.
You could just say no. Sometimes you get gassed. So I apologize. We missed the main feed here. We didn't miss Patreon, so go check if you're ever like, oh, where's my Tone Jerks fix? $2 a month. Get it over there.
Yeah.
Get over 240 bonus podcasts over there. I think we're closer, maybe catching up to 250. A shit ton of bonus content on Patreon. Anyways, so now we have told you all why we missed last week.
Why Brian missed? Yep.
Yeah. Together we missed last week. That was the news that you could use. But I want to also get into some guitar news.
Oh God!
Oh, I know. Right. We had a couple weeks here, and it's been a fucking stinker. There's nothing really good, for news wise for guitar. But I did find one that I was like, oh, this might be worth it. Our interest in as musicians and music and instruments and like a bunch of cool shit.
Hey, Bollinger here. Yeah, you should do those.
Cool shit that we got here. So, I did see this headline here, and it was pretty cool. So, passengers flying to Hawaii were surprised with free ukulele lessons mid-flight. Are you a nervous flyer? Some ukulele strumming 30,000 feet in the air might help. And so I'm thinking, if I was on that flight, I'd say I hope this plane crashes somewhere over the rainbow and kills me.
Yeah, you meet Izzy.
I had to really fall for that one. Not a lot for guitar news. Just crash. Could you imagine you're just trying to like watch? You're trying to like I don't know, play a game or watch your hentai porn or something like that, and then some guy's fucking your shit up.
Yeah. That would be annoying. That would be annoying.
You just like on your phone, just pouring on it. It's like some of us are trying to enjoy our flight here.
So I'm just trying to get fucking wrecked over here, dude. We can get bricked up.
Yeah. Anyways, Kyle, besides that little bit of news here, what's going on in your world? What's shaking? What's grooving? What is good?
I mean, you probably noticed, right? You probably noticed it, right?
Yeah.
Got a fresh hat.
Look
you
at
can
that.
tell it's fresh. Still got a tag on it.
Still got the tag on it, yeah. So fresh
Keep it
and so
on
clean.
there. I mean, didn't have a sticker on the bill, but it's got a it's got the price tag, literally.
It's the new era, new era.
Anyways, but you had mentioned like, was it navy? It's like a really hard color to find.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only color I can't find. Every time I get to that fucking bin, I'm like, I don't even want it. I just want to see if Brian's right. You never find navy blue.
Yeah. That's all you find.
Like they were dumping out new, not this time, but I've seen it where they're dumping like new hats out of like a box.
Mm-hmm.
Still no blues in there.
Oh, okay. So they are hard to find.
Oh yeah. Dude, they might not be making them, I don't know. Someone's got the inside scoop that they're not available, so whenever they are, they buy them all.
Yeah. So the black and the navy blue are the top dogs of the Bass Pro Shop hats.
Black's nice, dude. Black's good.
That's good.
But I usually wear green or brown.
Yeah.
So I bought 2 new black ones, and I think I already had 2 black or maybe 3 black that I haven't worn yet. But this is from the newest batch. I was at Cabela's the other day, so picked up a new some new threads. Basically,
when I played a show with Hardly Human, and then Johnny came out, and he was wearing a Bass Pro Shop hat.
Hell yeah.
So was I on stage.
Oh, no.
And Steve from Hardly Human, he was like, "So, did you guys both go to Bass Pro Shop together?" And I'm like, "Actually, yes. We bought them because like our friend Kyle wears them." He's like, "This joke, it backfired on me." It's like
I'm gonna bow out.
He's like, it's like Elmer Fudd and the joke barrels bent back. He's like, all right, this backfired on me. Oh yeah, so we're both wearing them because our friend Kyle McIntyre wears them, and we think it's cool.
And Steve goes, "Who?" And then you say, "Comment." He goes, "Cares," and he backs out.
Oh, and he just smoke bomb.
Got him. Still got it.
And he leaves as fucking Stefano Cal. I'm still cool.
Walks in a time machine.
Yeah.
A porta potty time machine.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the hat's new.
I like that.
I got some hardware. I mean, you kind of convinced me to show it off on the podcast.
Episode 250. We didn't say that. Fucking, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, we made it, man.
Yeah.
We can die now.
Yeah. It's been. I think in October is when we officially started the podcast. But it's been fucking 5 years.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty rad.
That means we've been very, very consistent, actually.
Yeah, it's like
except for this last week.
Yeah,
that's the first time we've actually missed it completely.
I think it's the second time. The
nope,
first time
it's the first. I said it was the first.
Is when I got COVID. I think I totally missed it. But
yeah, I think you're right.
We stayed on with Patreon. We haven't missed Patreon. So patreon.com/ToneJerks, $2 a month. You get an extra episode.
Check it out, baby.
Just like terms and conditions.
Yeah. I don't hear that in commercials anymore. Where they go like APR financing, MSRP 4,000.
Financing at 49%
APR. Like, what a deal!
You're just like, what? But I can get that TV.
Yeah, rent to own a TV. Wow, that sounds great.
That sounds like an awesome idea.
By the time you're done renting it, it's already like out of
service.
It's
not even. We don't even use coaxial cables anymore, moron.
Yeah, this one came with This one came with VGA cable on the back. What the fuck?
720 HD.
Damn. All right. So you had convinced me to show off a new toy, right? And I said, well, I have 3 toys that I haven't showed off yet, so we're doing them all now.
Yeah.
These aren't the kind of toys you're probably thinking. These aren't my plugs.
Yeah.
If we had a guest, Matthew Fensaw, I might be talking about a different set of toys, but
yeah.
Not to light them up. I mean,
yeah.
Anyways, I got some new guns in the past couple months.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in Texas, you gotta
do
what you gotta do to get by,
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep up with the rat race, but today
you already have
gotta keep up with the Joneses.
Fucking many.
Yeah, it's like no one's telling me to buy these, but so I bought this pistol. Right, it's a 9mm. It is a SIG, and I tightened the damn thing. Hold on. All right, there we go. So it is unloaded.
Yeah.
And I got it in tan. I mean, I have the same gun.
Yeah.
But in black.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, it's freaking tan.
You gotta get it tactical.
Yeah. And I already had this, so I mean, makes sense. So this is like a holster. It sits on a belt. It like latches into place.
Yeah.
And, patrol the neighborhood with it.
No.
So
you gotta just start swinging around like fucking RoboCop.
Yeah.
TJ laser. Or
calculate, shoot through the skirt.
Just shoot some guy's dick.
Like they act like those are like gonna kill you. Those shots, it'll fuck you up. But
there's like a video where somebody cut it to where like RoboCop, he's surrounded by people, but he only shoots them in the dick. He's like like a gang of people. He's just only in the dick ball shots. He's like bah, 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 and they playing the like epic RoboCop. That's a good movie.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new redo, whatever the one that came out like.
Neither did I. Nearby.
Like in the last 5-6 years, or whatever. I'm like, no need to.
They remade that. They remade Total Recall too. You're like, why did you do Total Recall?
No need.
No, you probably never seen it actually. Judging by your expression, you're like, oh yeah, I love that movie so much.
Well, I saw it as a kid.
I love Christian Slater.
I would say I saw it when I was like way younger. Total Recall.
Yeah, you gotta get on that.
I just remember the chick with the 3 boobs. I'm like, hell yeah,
awesome. That's what I'm telling.
That's all I'm caring about. If they
God, you're ruining the freaking appeal.
Yeah, you blew it. That's a spoiler alert.
No one's gonna want to see that now. All right, I got another one. This is a carry pistol, so I'll do it again.
Yeah.
So we are responsible here, but this is also unloaded.
Yeah.
Magazine's back in there. It's a little tiny.
Yeah.
Carry pistol. This is a SIG. It's a 365 XL.
Yeah.
This is I didn't say before. This is a SP 2022.
Yeah.
9mm, also 9mm, just really tiny.
Yeah.
I got this one today. This one I've had for like maybe 2 months now.
Yeah. So you're just like gonna catch them all.
Yeah, dude. I got to get every gun out here. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tough, but I plan on spending my whole life doing it. No,
I just spend all my time.
I got this little 22 rifle.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. It's actually a takedown, so I'll do the same shit. So it's unloaded. What's cool about this though? Oh shit! Hold on. Is it takes down? So and stores.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Stores like this. So it's got a scope on it, which came with it.
Yeah.
It came in a camo stock, which I think looked stupid before. All my Texan friends were like, "Oh, that's sick." I'm like, "No,
you guys have some fucking class, would you?"
Yeah, come on, guys. Anyways, this is cool. It goes in a really cool. It came with a carry case.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I know nothing about guns, but I'm like, that looks cool.
Yeah, it's a 22. Shoots really tiny bullets, but still effective. I mean, You wouldn't use it to stop like a boar charging you.
But take
like
wings off a fly. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said take the flies off a wing.
Oh, you need to get like a beehive and then you just fucking start shooting hornets.
Yeah, damn, that'd be sick actually.
Got his
Just
ass.
far enough away, just got him. But that scope is pretty cool. It's made for smaller caliber rounds, but it's it's basically out to its effective range. So, which is cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, I mean that's my gun stuff I've gotten recently. I mean that's my what's new. What do you got?
Let's see. So I had a couple gigs, I guess, since the last. So part of the reason we couldn't record on certain nights, etc.
Yeah.
Had a gig with Hardly Human, and they paid me in one of their shirts. So,
Hell yeah. It's a sick shirt, by the way.
Yeah, I like it.
Can you show it off so we can all see it, please?
Yeah, for the audio podcast.
Yeah. Those are cool.
Yeah.
Color scheme on those is really cool too.
And the artwork is awesome.
It's sharp.
Yeah. So
Sharp.
stoked.
When you get Mike, when you get him, did I say Mike? Steve Mike.
Steve, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Mike.
We got to get him a Bass Pro Shop hat.
Oh my God.
That's the Tone Jerk signature now.
Yeah.
Every guest that's been on the show gets a hat.
Next time I see him, I'm like, here you go.
A different brand.
It's from Kyle.
He's like, what the fuck is this?
I'm like,
because you were on the show.
I'm like, put it on.
Before they see us.
The show was a lot of fun. It was so much fun.
Nice.
But leading up to it was it sucked, Okay.
Yeah.
Starting off with 6 p.m. load-in for a bar gig.
Ooh,
I'm like,
damn.
Really?
There's like 8. 8 is like standard, right?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I have to fucking work. And even I switched shifts with somebody, and I still, I ended up, getting out late still. I'm like, fuck. Got out of there at 5:15. I'm like, I gotta jam. And it just hitting.
Awesome.
Like, let's go. And I'm like, I basically
gotta jam.
Just surface streets to leave work, get home, I
Damn.
finally get there, like throwing shit into my truck. Just bottles and cans flying everywhere.
Yeah. It's like a ball pit, but with
Yeah.
just freaking cans.
It's like McDonald's play place, but they're just like making
You should just throw cans in there and not put them in bags.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine that?
That's what Fence Law thinks. I live like that. Yeah, you sleep back there. Yeah. I'm just
Doing your synchronized swimming back there in the long bed.
I'm just Scrooge McDuck into a bunch of cans and bottles.
It's only like this deep. You just break your neck anyways.
Anyway, so leaving late. Okay. And then I'm like packing up shit. And then I realized when I got home,
Oh, no.
I left my fucking wallet at work.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh my fucking God. I'm like, what if I haven't played this bar in a couple years, but I'm like, what if they need to check my ID? They should. And I'm like, shit. I had my passport. I'm like, okay, that's good.
You had your passport? Oh, at home.
I don't keep it in my wallet.
I was thinking you were already on the way there.
No.
Oh, don't worry.
Like I
got my Visa, my passport.
I keep my MasterCard on me in my truck.
No, not that kind of Visa.
Oh, my Visa. Yeah, it's my
just
work.
Your in-country Visa.
Yeah, my work Visa. So I am like, okay, fuck. Okay, I can make this work.
Sorry.
I have
Sorry. Sorry. I
So
did
I'm
into
like-
the microphone.
I'm like, shit. Okay, so I was able to take my passport, and then I did have some cash. And I'm like, because your boy's gonna have a fucking brewski or two. I could
Maybe
just
a
not.
sandwich. Grab a Sammy before you play.
I could just not drink. And
Yeah.
then I'm like, I also had another debit card for a different account that I have, a burner account. Anyway, so and
your
then
offshore account.
yeah, and then I get everything loaded up, and then I'm like, guess what? I got no fucking gas. I got the lights has been on. I'm like, the perfect fucking storm. I'm a stress ball, dude. I'm a stress ball. And I'm like, I'm getting there late. And then there was like behind the bar, there's like very limited space.
Oh man,
and
you're fucked.
There's like a business next to the bar that they're very adamant about their spaces. And I park in one, and I have my hazards on, and then not even 30 seconds, somebody comes up like, "Hey, I'm cool. You can unload." Just getting bitched at, and like, you unload, but if you can move when you're done. I'm like, that's the plan. The hazards are on. Our hazards are on. I'm gonna fucking I'm throwing my shit at the bar at that point. I'm just like, bass amp, and I'm trying to go because I don't want my fucking shit towed. They're very like, you leave it here for fucking 5 minutes, you're gonna get towed. I'm like, okay, that's the last thing I need. I'm like, good, tow it. There's no fucking gas in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and so I'm like, okay, I'm late to check in, late to sound check, and it's not my band, you know, it's Hardly Human. And I get there, and they're like, you know, everybody's just like, yeah, we didn't need to be here this early. Yep, this is punk rock time here. They wanted us to get here, so we're not fucking late. Yeah. All right. And then I'm like, okay, so I guess I'll go find the spot. And then it's like the area that it's in, and it's like, cool, half a mile away. And I still get there in time, and then it was a fine show. It was great. A lot, you know, good amount of people there, a lot of fun. I fuck up too many times. I think I fucked up.
Didn't get any glares from
I had three times.
Steve.
3 times. 2 of them Johnny saw.
Hell yeah.
And he was at a part where it's like every time I fucked up, the light kind of reflected and shined on Johnny to where Johnny like I fucked up, looked at my bass, looked up, and I just happened to glare at him, and he's just like, Johnny just like snickering. He's like, fucking what's
oh man.
what's that dog from that fucking Hanna-Barbera cartoon? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I forget the name of it.
Is it Watley?
Damn.
I think I think it was. He's like that. Johnny's just like, he's my Watley.
The shaggy fucking yeah.
He's
dude
like,
with long ass hair.
He's just my Watley.
Yeah.
To my Danger Doom or whatever it is.
Was that dog smoking a cigar every time?
I don't know. I think Johnny.
I picture. Yeah, get Johnny a cigar anyway.
Get him a cigar. He's got a whiskey in it. Give him a cigar. And he's just laughing, and like, because he could hear it. He'd be like, "That's not the right one." But most people in the crowd, because you could just immediately jump back to where you're supposed to be, because it's like
you just slide it. You just like, ooh.
Exactly. And then there was one where I'm like, it's an easy song to where it's like essentially just 2 progressions, and I'm like,
yeah,
all right, this is the last song. I got this. And I'm like, kind of too like, I'm Mr. Cool up on there. I'm like, let me finish my fucking beer. All right, last song, let's go. Hurrah, hurrah, let's go. And everybody's cheering because it's like, the next up is the headliner. And then I'm like, last song, I got this. And I'm just hitting the first, you're holding on to the B. I'm like, I think it's F sharp. It's E.
Damn.
And then Steve, singer of Hardly Human, he basically looks at me, just like, he busts up laughing. He's like, you were way too confident on that one. I'm like,
damn. You just tried to sell it.
Yeah, no, and then eventually you just slide into it because I'm like, okay. But it's just funny because I'm like, all right. I felt pretty good. I'm like, oh, I had a couple fuck-ups. And then it wasn't, not too
all
bad.
right, it's not bad.
Yeah. And when it's like where you hit boom, and I'm like, or hitting the next note again. I'm like, all right, I know that shook me up. That got me in the right spot. Yeah, so that was that was it. I had a show with Justin Case. It went really well. We were the middle slot band again at that same bar.
Nice.
And sounded great. The bands were like, you guys fucking killed it. I'm like, that's awesome.
I know.
No, well, it felt good because we played with like some newer bands. That's like one of the bands. It was their first show.
Oh, so really?
They're the all-star lineup. So check them out. In San Diego, and another band out of Orange County called Cultivate. And yeah, they were
like a stoner reggae band.
No, they were punk rock, but it definitely sounds like that.
Stoner. Yeah.
I'm sure they fucking
Cultivate, bro.
Smoking some weed. But yeah, we
Who
got
smokes weed? We smoke weed.
great feedback and a lot of people in the crowd. They dug it, and it was a fun time. And then, like everything about it, I'm like, oh yeah, like because I'm like I've been on the stage 2 days ago, or I'm like, oh, okay, I knew.
Oh, me old stomping ground.
Yeah, I knew the lay of the land, so it was fun. So I already knew the plan there. I'm like, I ain't getting no spot back here. So I already know time frame. I'm like, I get there. I'm like, got my stuff.
Yeah, your wallet,
and then
got a full tank.
No. That was one thing I did not learn my lesson from, but I still made it there in time.
Nice.
So yeah, that was good. One thing that I did want to mention. So there were people that liked the both performances, Hardly Human and Just in Case. But for the Just in Case one, I was working more because I was filling in for Hardly Human, but I was Just in Case is my band. So we got off stage, basically just like threw my shit off stage, and then I'm like, okay, I'll run by the merch booth to sell stuff. And I sold some shirts, and I was selling selling merch and CDs and stuff like that. And then somebody was asking like, hey, I want to buy one of your shirts. And the guy was he's a bigger boy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, nothing wrong with the big guys here. We're all we love you. He's like, all right, so do you guys have bigger sizes? I'm like, yeah, we have up to 2X for the up to 2X for Just in Case. He's like, all right, do you have 3X? I'm like, no, I'm sorry, it only goes up to 2. He's like, what the heck, man? We're like the same size, and you don't have our size? And I'm like,
what?
I looked, my jaw was like, I have no X's. Not 3. And I'm like, do I look like I'm 3X? And he liked the show, and he's like, you're awesome bass player. You guys, your whole band's awesome. I want to buy you something. And then I'm like, yeah, he's like, we're the same size, and you don't carry that? I'm like, get the fuck away from my booth.
Get out!
And I'm like, I'm a large. I kind of wanted to say that, but I also didn't want to make him feel bad. But I'm like, I'm a large. I'm like, do I look like I'm a 3X? Do I look like I'm a 3X? I gotta hit the gym. Fuck. I thought that was funny.
It happened.
And he's like, oh, okay, fine. I'll get a size for my girlfriend. Give me a small. I'm like,
dang.
Okay. Yeah. Give me $20. I'm like, all right. He's a big guy. All right. Okay.
He's a big guy. He knows what he wants.
Yeah. I'm a big guy too, apparently.
Who doesn't know?
And I like have a reverse body dysmorphia where I like fucking do a push up, or I fucking hurry up the stairs, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude,
damn, I'm fucking good today, dude.
You see this fucking definition of ours? God, good. Or just like a fat dumb piece of shit.
You're cocky for no reason. No, I'm fucking lit, dude. Look at that shit.
Throw a football.
You can't lift anything at the gym, but you're like, fuck, dude, I don't need to do that. You're just like, you gotta lift like 200 pounds. You're like, I don't need to do that today.
There's a fucking lot of potential here.
Yeah, I could do it. But
I fucking throw a football over
You're just lying to yourself. That's all you're doing.
I was like, am I gonna say it on the podcast? I gotta say it. So that was yeah. So fun shows. Yeah. That was kind of my what's new. I guess we did kind of go over it, but I guess you'll see in the fucking name of the episode. It's episode 250. So I thought it was kind of a special one. That we should do something that we haven't done in a while. We wanted to poll.
I've never done
that. We just get fucking turned.
We just do that on the podcast instead of actually talk about anything.
But in our bedrooms, separately from each other.
That is so fun, dude.
Your wife is like, "What the fuck did you do? We had the fucking podcast. We did.
You got guns in there and cocaine.
Pablo Escobar on there." Yeah. You ever seen Scarface? God, you're so repressed. So anyways, we wanted to get topics or questions from the community here. So we reached out on Facebook and Instagram today. Got a good amount of them. More so on Facebook. I feel like our Instagram, maybe people are liking, but they're not, like our stories. People are like, I basically like the story was a picture of your cat.
Yeah, she looks like she's so pissed.
She looks like
she's just meowing.
She looks like she has like a snarl. She's like, what?
Yeah.
You guys missed an episode this week? What?
Yeah, what?
Or she looks stoned. It's like, dude. 250, bro. Shaka.
Congratulations.
Damn, I didn't know you all chill like that.
Shock. We chilling or we vibing, dude?
Yeah. Anyway, so I think we just maybe go through some of these and knock them out.
I don't even know which ones you're gonna read, so this is all gonna be new to me.
Nice.
I didn't do any prep, homework, or even read any of the notifications.
Figuratively, we're shooting from the hip, so calm down there.
Oh.
Like, pop, 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 Yosemite Sam up in that bitch. Pop, pop. Just drywall falling all over the place.
We promote safe gun usage, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Brian? All right.
Wear a condom.
So we don't get demonetized.
Yeah.
Well, first we have to get monetized first.
Yeah. So this comes This one comes from I should also say this one is submitted from Matthew Fenslaw on our Facebook group. So topics for episode 250. So he's got a couple here. So at the moment you became friends, when did we? I think
we knew each other, and we were like, I think we knew each other like in 3rd grade, but we didn't become like.
Yeah, we were actually
hang out friends.
We were like boys. Like you're at like a friend's birthday party. I think we went to like fucking got McDonald's and went to an arcade. And I'm like, yeah, this is fun. We're friends. This is cool.
Yeah.
And then we went to different schools. So you were like my
my friend. He goes to a different school. You don't know him.
Yeah, you were like my lie girlfriend.
I don't know him.
Oh, he goes to another school. He doesn't have a Facebook.
As a child,
and it's just like when you're a kid, you can't really like. I think we live like maybe like less than 5 miles away from each other, but it's like I'm 8 years old. I'm not gonna ever go see this guy.
I'm gonna walk over there.
Yeah. And so we actually ended up meeting again in high school. So it was like a good like I don't know, like a lifetime that we met each other again in high school, and. It was really like I went to high school and I knew like a person there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm a quiet kid. And then you kind of were like outgoing and broke the ice, really, because you were a big guy. And then what was funny was you were a big guy, and it's like I think your mother got you a backpack that was probably for somebody who's way smaller. And so you go to the day that we went to go get our books as freshmen, you're like, this is a backpack that my mom got me. I can't fit any of my books in here. And I did see it. It was jam-packed. Like the zippers were fucking pulling. And I'm like, and man, it was like.
I shouldn't blame her for that, though. I mean, I'm the one who picked it out. But
already like
but I didn't realize, because this is my first experience with JanSport. It's basically, she's like, okay, go get a JanSport. So I went and grabbed the JanSport. I didn't realize there was different sizes.
Yeah.
In backpacks.
Mm-hmm.
I was used to the poor kid East pack that's like, fuck, you could put 80 pounds or maybe 200 pounds of rocks in that thing.
Yeah.
In fact, do it and walk to school.
Yeah.
Cigarette burns. That's a kid. I got the cigarette burns backpack.
Yeah.
I
think you chose it because I remember it was like orange. It's like basically like I was quiet and I think I was by myself and Kyle's like, I'm gonna work on my bits. So you're like, I'm working on my open mic routine here. So I'm like,
what's the deal with moms?
Backpacks? It's orange, but it's like, hey, they should have been hazard orange. Like, don't get this.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. And I was like, this is fun. And then I think we started talking. We had a couple classes together, and like we started becoming friends at that point. And then we both kind of talked. I'm like, we both play music.
Yeah.
But we were so dumb that we're both bass players.
Yeah.
We could never form a band.
Yeah.
Let's just write that off and all right.
Yeah, we could never learn a different instrument.
Well, yeah, because you're a kid, you're like,
oh well.
It's like you choose your path. I'm a Sega kid.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Nintendo, so I guess you can never be something else.
Yeah. Oh shit! Well, my family only eats at Pizza Hut. I've never had Domino's. I had it at a party once. Does that count?
And then my parents beat the fuck out of me afterwards. But
Yeah, they found out.
it's like the Capulets and the Montagues.
Yeah. Stupid.
I could never be a guitarist.
And just a Romeo and Juliet trying to just get together.
Exactly. And then that's actually the best way to describe it. It's Romeo and Juliet story.
Yeah, it's just Romeo and Romeo. You know what I'm saying? Just
that's I like that. So that's and then we definitely had a lot of shared interests, and and we became friends. Yeah, after that, forming bands.
that was freshman year, right?
Yeah, that's really when we kind of started becoming friends. Yeah. Then really ramped up when we started actually a band together in junior year.
Yeah.
Really, it was like, oh, we're just hanging out all the fucking time.
Yeah, and I was going to different school actually in junior year.
Yeah.
So I had like the best schedule, dude. So good.
Could always just say, yeah.
I had like 4 hours of in class time versus like you guys had like a job to go to school.
Yeah.
You're like 40 hours in school.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been more than that. No, it wasn't that. Was 7 to 2 or whatever, 2:10.
Yeah.
7:30 to 2:10.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a fucking job.
Yeah, it's a whole goddamn day. Really,
It's like a tradesman job, you know?
7 to 2:30.
Where you just learn to be someone else's bitch.
Yeah.
You know? And don't get paid. But yeah, I had a school that was like 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I said to show up, prove that I was doing the work, and then I got to do my homework at home.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that was sick.
It was fucking rad.
Yeah, and I should have used that time to like excel and get past. I could have just graduated there, but whatever.
Nah, I'm not trying to show off.
Yeah, dude, I don't want to put, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable,
Yeah.
Could
have, just fucking pass earlier, fucking play guitar more.
Yeah, no.
No, we ain't doing any
Could
of
have
that.
gotten a job too while I was doing that, but I didn't do that either. I actually did walk dogs and make money doing that, but I could have actually got like a legit job.
Yeah. You're like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I like that. So that was his first question, and then this one is for Kyle. So
yeah?
BMK, bang, marry, kill. Gower, guns, and guitars. Got triple G over here.
That's not even fun. That's not a fun one to do.
Yeah.
What? I'm a bang or marry Brian?
Kill.
I don't want to do either one of those. I don't want to kill. Well, maybe kill.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that either.
I mean, you're gonna die eventually, so fuck it. Go kill him. If he's gonna die,
better be in your prime.
Better be in. That'd be 10 years ago.
Yeah. No, that's not really a fair one to answer. It's not. I don't know. I don't know if I want to answer that. What would you do in my situation?
Bang, Gower, marry, guitars, kill, guns.
Damn.
Kyle, you're like, oh, you flip your table. Of course you would, you fucking California.
You gun grabber fucker. You bootlicker.
Yeah. I just don't really have. I think guns are cool. I don't know, but I don't own any. I don't really have much.
It makes you feel like more of a man when you got one.
I dig it. I get it, but it's just like, of course, I love fucking jacking off, so that's banging. I love fucking jack off.
All right.
Just sound like a moron.
Well, then we'll go with what Brian picked.
Kyle, you're like, all right, fine.
So,
you're like,
right.
But it works because the guns aren't alive, so like, still got them.
Yeah,
got it.
They can't kill him.
And then this is
can't kill what you can't catch.
Yeah. So this one, true bypass. Is it all it's cracked up to be? So with true
I would say no.
I love the idea of true bypass because I think of like, yeah, of course I want 100% of my tone.
Well, yeah, it's a hype word. That's all it really gets to.
I think it does something, but not for any of the tones and shit that I get.
It's like, wow, this does not affect your tone, but it affects your tone.
Yeah. Like cable runs and shit like that. I know the capacitance and stuff like that. And the thing is, most of my cables are all over 25 feet, which is like, I think at 18 feet is when it's like, oh, you start to really lose it. But then now I have, 50 feet of cable because of all those giant stages I play.
Oh, it's nice to have, and I would say that it's probably required in a lot of ways, but it's a selling feature that's like that it should be there already.
I can
is what I mean?
never tell the difference, but also because of like I'm playing high gain stuff, and even my clean is never really clean. So I'm never really like even my bass. I'm like, man, it's such good tones. Like it's really a lot of gain on it. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty clean. And I look at it, I'm like, all right, so gain and the mix of the drive, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's pretty much all. It's almost dimed. It's almost dime bagged. So I
wined and dined in '69.
Exactly. And my guitar tone, I think of like, oh, I think it's pretty clean for what I do. And then like Adam will play my settings or my amp. He's like, turns the gain way down. I'm like, I think I'm pretty fucking cleaned up. It sounds like fucking Angus Young, dude. Like,
yeah.
And then so
you.
so I think because all of my settings and the shit that I play is so gassed up that I can't tell a difference if something's true bypass or not. I have somebody's like, oh, Boss tuners suck, blah blah blah, because they're true bypass or they're not true bypass, they're buffered, or Boss pedals, yada yada. I'm like, no, they sound good. The reason why I prefer a TC electronic pedal is because the display is bright in outdoor settings, in any setting. It's brighter than the TU2. And then, but the newer
TU3W Waza,
has the on-off or bypass, buffered and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
who cares? Whatever.
TC electronic tuners.
Your music sucks anyway, so who gives a fuck?
It really doesn't matter because I'm like, I think I remember hearing like, podcasts with, cable builders. It was a Sinusoid when they were a thing. The guy would talk about capacitance and shit like that. And then I'm like, you lose high end. I'm like, you know what? Because your amplifier has a treble knob, turn it up a little bit. Instead of noon, you can put 1 o'clock maybe. Just saying.
Don't do that.
Shut up.
Oh, you stupid.
Yeah. So I do love the idea of it because I'll like, oh man, I'll randomly, because I have on my TU2 or what's a TC electronic tuner, Polytune, I will move it to true bypass, and I'm like, this is awesome because it's 100% my tone. I'm like, let me switch it to buffer bypass. This is a better tone because I have long cables. Cannot fucking tell the difference. Cannot tell the difference. So I don't know. I guess
I'm smart. I can tell the difference.
If I played with fuzz pedals or something, that would make a difference because I know those are more finicky. But because I don't, I think a lot of it's placebo effect, and it gives people an excuse because there is scientific or there are like demonstrations of like how this works and how this makes sense, so people can like.
Well, see that the squiggly line, it's more flat when it's true bypass.
Fucking see that? What he said?
Seeing this oscilloscope, it's you're like, yeah, but I can't hear it. That's kind of what matters.
It's the same thing with how people say that tone woods aren't a thing. Yeah. I think they are, and despite everything I just said about my rig and how like non-transparent it is, I think I can feel a difference because I'm fucking stupid. And I think I can feel a difference because I'm fucking stupid. And so let me be. And I think everybody should have their own opinion. And I'm like, yeah, if you want to like die on a hill, go for it.
Yeah. I guess with a tuner, you don't want any noise, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
It's like the first one in your signal chain.
Yeah, should be.
It'd be nice for it to not have any fucking noise at all. But I mean, unless your amp is like super, super high, gain where you have to use a volume pedal anyways.
Well, I think that's not what true bypass does.
Well, it can. I mean, it can be noisy, right?
I think true bypass is like your signal just passes right through it unaffected.
Yeah.
And then that's a buffered bypass. It I'm gonna pull back because I'm not gonna describe it correctly, but it's not a noise filtering thing.
No,
but it filters sound. So yeah, actually, which sound is noise, so it is noise filtering.
Oh wow! Okay.
Got him, Brian. Don't you feel stupid, Brian?
All right.
So we got some
What we got?
more on our Facebook page. Let's see. So we got from Chase Stevens. Got a few on here. When the fuck is Kyle gonna get in a band in Texas? Is that in the cards anytime soon?
I don't know. I was playing with some guys, but I played once, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Your 5-year plan, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say eventually, yeah. Once I, figure out my routine here and get a little more comfortable with things, like I feel like I work on the house every fucking weekend,
Yeah.
I'm mowing that goddamn lawn every goddamn week, so,
yeah.
I got no time for a band.
What you gotta do...
I'm a property dad now.
What you gotta do is get those cats, and you gotta get like a little like lawnmower till or whatever behind them, and have them just like going around the grass.
Yeah. Yeah, have you ever heard the term herding cats? I don't think they will at all want to plow a field.
I'll fucking feed your ass and pick up your bullshit.
Yeah. Help me help you.
Yeah. You gotta earn your keep around here.
No, that's a good question. I something I want to do.
Mhm.
I just got to figure out what I'm doing, I guess, because I have all the tools to do it.
Yeah.
I'm rusty too, so.
Bass preferably is what you would do.
What was that?
Would you do bass preferably?
Yeah, I do bass.
Would you join a band? Because I don't think you've done it to where it's like you've joined an existing band as like kind of like, all right, I'm a member, kind of just filling, not filling in, but I'm just kind of playing the bass role and maybe backgrounds here and there. Would that be something
interesting? That'd be interesting, actually. Starting a band. Actually, I never even thought about but I don't really know. I know a guitarist and a drummer, and I guess I could. It's kind of all you need, but
yeah. Or if there was a band, we're like, oh, hey, we're like, a 4-piece, but our bass player left. Would you start playing with us?
Maybe, just to kind of
maybe a following. They already have like songs, and you're like, all right,
yeah, I'll just play. That'd be kind of cool.
I kind of like that. That's kind of different. Like, I'm not like switching my brain off, but I'm like, all right, I'm playing songs, and it's actually I'm getting out there. But also, it's you're learning somebody else's type of music, and you're not playing covers, but I guess you are.
Yeah.
Essentially as the musician, you're playing covers, but you're not as a band. Like, hey, let's play Blink First Date.
Yeah, playing other people's music, I don't know if my brain's really set up for that.
It's a real trip. I'll tell you that.
Just like, yeah, because it's writing in someone else's style.
Yeah.
It's not like it's hard to play notes. It's just trying to remember it. You already have for me, I have my songs that I've written or that I've played with you in my head already. And like, I probably have bad habits with like, 1, 2, 3, 4, change. 1, 2, 3, 4, change. 1, 2, and then some people go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, change. You're like, fuck. Or like, rest. And then you're like, oh, fuck.
Like, where the pickups are, or if like you fuck up, exactly how to get out of it.
Get back in, yeah.
You're like, I know these roads. I paved them.
We know these roads.
Oh, we've been around these pats. Whereas the other one, you're like, if you're playing somebody else's songs, you're like, oh, fuck. I need to stay on my toes and remember this. And
yeah,
I mentioned it when I was playing with them over a year ago with Hardly Human. I'm like, their song structures and how they do things. I'm like, 3 times. You guys are playing the chords progression 3 times instead of like 4. I'm like, that's what we would always. It was always evens. I think that was a habit that we always did. I'm like, so you did that 3, and then that pickup part you never played again, ever.
Interesting. Yeah.
2 choruses instead of 3.
Yeah.
And it's not bad because the songs are great. I'm like these are awesome. But I'm like, it was always like we had rules that we would do and always try and follow. I'm like, all right, got to resolve on the 5th. Got to resolve on the 5th. That's what we got to do. And this other one, I'm like, you never hit that 5th, did you? Oh, you end on that note instead of the okay. And the key change here. Okay, that's weird. But I like it. It works. So it's never bad. And I'm saying these things hopefully not in a bad way. And even doing it for just in case. So it's awesome.
Well,
so
it's a learning curve, you know.
Yeah, and then being not the showstopper front runner, you know. Whereas I think in Plane we were both the front, you know. We had like a split, you know, kind of lead songs singing.
Yep.
And whereas like that one, I'm like, I could just be a background singer or not. And I'm like, oh, filling in for bands and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah. So it's kind of cool. I like playing bass for other bands and not being like the person. Because eventually I would focus on, I keep saying, eventually my own band, but in the meantime, playing shows. So I think that'd be cool. So I got another, let's see. Chase has a couple of them. So this is from Michael Cartwright. Okay. I'm going to read it as it's written and then see what we can do here. So I have a question. When will the Mockins of Saturday night, of Saturday, start pulling their own weight, keeping the house clean, or at least picking up an instrument?
The Mockins.
Mockns. Monks? Maybe?
Monkeys
of Saturday.
You're talking about the cat. Oh, huh.
Monkeys of Saturday start pulling their own weight.
Dang, I bet autocorrect screwed him up.
Yeah. I don't know. So really, Kyle, clean your fucking house, would you?
I know. You know, I bet that's what it is.
I think that's what it is.
I'm sorry. He got me.
You probably got boxes of shit everywhere. So Michael's, he's on your ass.
Dude, fuck. I'm sorry, dude. I'll do better.
I know you're looking so fresh and so clean right now because you got that brand new hat, but you got to fucking pick up your mess.
Should I wear it on this side? Oh, no, it's only on one side.
I think it was good. Yeah, get it to the side.
It's tag.
So, thanks, Michael. He's a real ass dude. I don't know what his question was, but he's a real ass dude of the week. So we have Andrew Walsh. He says, I have 3 questions. Question number 1, how do you even? Question number 2, where do you get off? Wherever I please.
Oh, yeah, keep going. Let's see what's the third one.
What gives you the nerve?
All right, so how do I even? I can't even.
Okay. I odd.
And then I get off, just like Brian said, wherever we choose.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to be like it's
collectively,
like
not necessarily in the same
key,
room.
You know, to launch a missile on a submarine. We both got to be like right there. We're gonna blast off.
Yeah.
Gotta blast.
Brian, give me a call right now.
Yeah.
I need you. And then what was the last one again?
What gives you the nerve?
Oh, I thought it was what gives you the right. Okay, but what gives you the nerve? Man, a little bit of Miller Lite gives me the perfect amount of nerve.
He's like fucking Popeye with a can of spinach, but he's a can of Miller Lite. You hit Bluto. Yeah. But in your mind,
my wide ass arms.
In your mind, when you're drunk, you just see somebody and you're like, "That's my enemy." Bah!
Just seeing red.
Yeah, I gotta save my olive oil. You see Carrie just with like pipe cleaner arms. Woo! Popeye!
Spaghetti arms. Just
like, I gotta save my lady. That'd be hilarious if somebody got like an anchor on their arm like Popeye, like IRL. They're like, this is fucking sick.
People do that. What do you mean? That's what people do.
And only like did like wrist curls to build up their forearms so they're huge, but their triceps and biceps are skinny as hell. I like that. Yeah. That's actually a good move. Damn.
Yeah. Damn, forearms would be fucking sick. Just had like beefy forearms, dude.
These fucking pythons.
You would like crush like anything with your grip strength. Your grip strength is like the weakest, like, you know, strength.
Yeah, that's probably
stupid.
It is pretty smart to work on your grip strength, which I need to get into. Because if you can't,
I try and work on my grip strength, but I might do it like 7 times a day.
Yeah, Just you gotta not do it too hard.
It's those hands that grip.
But you're building for stamina, not for strength.
Yeah.
I need to be able to last.
I'm built for long distance.
Yeah.
Slow speed, long distance.
I do hear the idea that grip strength is actually more helpful than you think, because you could be super strong, but if you can't climb or grip things like your hands,
it's
you're like,
useless. You just got glamour muscles then.
Yeah. So I'm like, I do like that idea. It was Nick Mullen on Come Down. He was really working on his grip strength. He's like, yeah, I'm on these different forums, because it's like when they started making money, he just has nothing to do all day. So he's just like working on grip strength. It's like, yeah, once you work up to like, there's different weights for the grips. Once you can like master, I think a 3 or a 4 or something like that, but you have to be, it has to be a brand new grip weight, so it doesn't like get broken in, and you have to be moderated to reach a certain like grip level. He's like, I'm thinking about working on it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you need a hobby.
Yeah. Well, my cousin has a couple of those. They're like, 150, 200, 300 pounds on those, like, they're tough.
Yeah.
I could do, I think, the 200, but not the 3.
Yeah.
I couldn't do, and like you said, it's broken in, so who knows what it's actually, at. But
well, since, now I'm working in an office, I'm like, good.
You got one?
No, chalk hands. My hands are, these are my strong hands.
Yeah, these little, like, your fingers are turning. Like,
from a scary movie. It's my strong hand. And I'm like, dude, I gotta fucking work on my grip strength. I gotta not look like a fucking 3XL dude.
Yeah, you gotta work on. We've learned that you need to work on your grip strength. Yes. Right? And you need to get back to a medium, right? Because right now you're a 3XL apparently.
Yeah, I'm an L, but I need to get back to a
what? Us big dudes need to stick together.
I'm like, and that's what hit me. I'm like, fuck. Do I look like I'm 3XL? So yeah, I saw you rocking out. You're jumping around on the stage there for a big guy. I'm like, I told Johnny, and he lost it.
It's a pretty good bit, actually.
He's just falling over like we're sitting in a booth. I told him, he's like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, that dude's giving you like horrible body dysmorphia.
He's like, that guy's negging you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, or he's giving me the forbidden pre-workout. I just like think back to that time. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. Oh, we got a couple more. We're getting lost in the sauce here. So Chase Stevens was just knocking it out, like I said. So this might be one for you. The Pat Finnerty August is Falling saga.
Yeah.
Is that
you want me to go over it? What?
Do you know what that is? I don't.
Yeah. So he has his August is Falling is his like emo band that he made to like compete with
okay.
To compete with Machine Gun Kelly, basically.
Yeah.
To like, this is what music should sound like. If you're doing emo, this is what you gotta do. Not I fell in love with an emo girl. It's like you're just saying everything what, I
fell in love with an emo girl.
Yeah, basically it's like you're just saying what an emo girl looks like. Not what actually emo like is, So he made like a band, played some songs. But what's the actual question though?
That was I think it was just probably a reference he wanted you to talk about.
Okay.
I still need to watch more than nothing of Pat Finnerty.
Yeah.
So
you need to at least watch that one.
Yes, and I know you sent it to me, and I think Matthew Fenslaw. I hear a lot of great things. I got to check that guy out.
Yeah,
so
he's got his own podcast. Check out the podcast.
Check it out. Try and get him on the show.
No, yeah, I think either we could be on his show.
Yeah.
On his podcast.
Yeah.
Or he could be on ours, or both.
Maybe that's what we should put into. We should put that out there. You should hit him up. I like that. Let's put that energy out there. Let's get him on the show.
Yeah.
Or we can try and be on his. So Chase also has this one. So amp in a box pedals like Tech 21 VTDI and Origin Effects, the ZV or SV. So it's like the bass ones versus like modelers like Helix and Fractal. So
I would okay, go ahead.
Okay, you go for it.
I would rather take a pedal that is, you know, let's say the Origin is probably what, like $300 or something, around there, maybe 200. I'd rather take an individual pedal than dive into a modeler. Because that pedal, you'd be like, oh, all right, buy, sell it. And it will still be relevant probably even in like 5 years. If you played it, didn't like it, you know, let's say you change sound. Modeler is going to be trash in 5 years. Most likely.
Yeah.
They're only going to update firmware for like 2 years. And then they're on to the next one.
Yes. And I have that with my Axe 8. It has been, I think, it hasn't been supported since 2019.
Which is fine.
Maybe 2020, I think, is when they stopped. And it still sounds great. So awesome.
Yeah. And I'm not saying, I guess that is, when I say that, I mean your pedal doesn't get any support, right? It's only, updating my analog pedals. Hold on, downloading from the cloud.
Well, and
no.
then,
go ahead.
Well, I mean, the idea with the modelers and stuff like that is like, there's so much more going into that. So it's not only just up the price, but it's like the barrier to entry. And if we're talking bass only, you're putting so much more into it than you need to. And even the descriptions that examples that he said, Tech 21 SansAmp, just do that one. That's it. That you won the game. We're done. Stop. Like that's $100 used, beat up, scratched paint, SansAmp, bass DI. It's gonna be great. Like the dark glass is like 3 times as much, and it sounds better, but not by much. And especially in a mix, nobody's gonna care.
Yeah, exactly.
But I like it. So as like, for me, I'm like, I'll spend 3 times as much, just pinky in the air for that little bit of, what I'm looking for from a SansAmp that I can't get, that I can get as a dark glass. Cool. But when you're talking about like $1,000 thing, like a Helix or a Fractal, forget about it. Although, it's up to you. I've, even the Strymons and shit like that, it's like your more complicated amp in a box pedals, like the fucking Iridium and shit.
Yeah.
Those are cool. A lot more going into that, and I think you can change the IRs and stuff like that, but I'm like, for bass, you're not really going to need that.
Yeah.
The, Tech 21, those are going to be so much better. I would much rather take a pedal over a modeler for a bass. But if I had more disposable income or whatever, I can still get great sounds out of that. Like I record using the I record using the Fractal over SansAmp or Dark Glass.
Yeah, I just think that having individual parts sometimes works better than having a whole unit, Yeah. Not that you can't add more things to that and make it sound better, but you can omit. I mean, it's like, I think I made this in this conclusion. I don't know, in previous episodes, but it's like choose your own adventure type situation. If you don't like that pedal, get rid of it. Get something else in there, Okay, which you can do with the modeler, but you're still limited by what's in that box. Yeah. You're not limited outside. It's like outside of the world, it's like a sandbox versus what's in. I don't know. You see what I'm trying to say? I sound like a fucking idiot,
I get it. It's like a video game, which is pretty fucking vast, versus like
side scroller,
the real world.
I mean,
like a sandbox. The kids get a lot out of a fucking video game or whatever.
Yeah,
but also you can really create your own fun with toys in a sandbox.
Yeah,
and which one's better? Like a lot of kids are gonna really like the fucking video game. Like, give me the Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some kids are like, give me the fucking Legos.
That's fine. And the result is the same. You're enjoying making music. So.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, just make music, kids.
I know. I think we're fucking way different than like 5 years ago. We were just like so hard in our ways. and like, this is fucking fact. Everybody doesn't like it. Fucking guitar hangers suck ass.
Yeah.
You can see
Stop
in both,
looking.
both
Stop
in our
looking.
backgrounds, we I think talk shit about guitar hangers, and I'm like, they're great. Nowadays, I'm like, I think I'm playing more types of gear now than I ever have.
Yeah.
Even though I'm trying to own less. Modelers and stuff like that, I love the shit out of them. They're the best. Like, but also amps are the best. It's like I can like now I'm like, okay. So you basically
just want it all still.
Exactly.
Still.
You
want it all without having it here.
Mm-hmm.
The here being in your area because storage wise, you know.
Yeah. Like
I want it all.
Exactly. That came into my head because I still love my and I talk about it. It's like, Brian, shut the fuck up about it. But the bass combo, I took that to Soda Bar. Sounded awesome. It was fine. I got some praise. You know, I may have poked and prodded a little bit from the sound guy that night, and he said like, "It's a great setup you have.
Keep it up, kid."
Well, yeah,
We'll
he's like, it's cool because I'm like, you can turn up as loud as you want on stage, and it's not going to affect me. I'm like, yeah, it's maybe a couple people in the front, but I'm like, I need to feel it, and so does Brian can feel it, the drummer. He's like,
right before he leaves, he's like, "Remember, kid, heroes get forgotten, but legends never die.
Remember that, you fat fuck."
And then he walks.
He's like,
walks through
he's like,
the door.
Yeah,
turned into static.
He says, "Remember that, you 6XL fat piece of shit."
Yeah.
You need a fucking crane to get you out of here. I'm like,
yeah, fuck, dude. We'll get the Jurassic Park fucking crane to get you out of here.
He just dunks on me too. I'm like, is this everybody here at this club just fucking trying to fuck me up?
It's like your worst nightmare.
Everybody call me a fat piece of shit.
And your car still gets towed.
Yeah. That was good. So, yeah, what were you saying? Yeah, modelers are good, pedals are good. I'd say bass amp in a box pedals are better than guitar ones.
Yeah.
Because guitar ones, like I think of like I have the Catapult from Wampler, great pedal, but you got to put it into a tube amp, really. And so at that point, it's like, well, this is cool, but it's also like it's not doing as much as like say
it's replicating a tube amp, but you have to have a tube amp for it to sound like a tube amp.
You have to have a transparent tube amp.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So maybe we just
hit you on the head. What the hell you doing? You got to have a tube amp.
The hell you doing,
sorry.
Kid? Bonk. Smack you on the head.
Stupid kid.
Yeah.
on the bald spot of your forehead.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
Hits me in the back of the head and realizes, and that's when I start to realize I'm bald at the back of my head. I'm like, what? I'm fat and I'm bald.
It's like a horrible dream you have.
Everything. I'm like,
you just turn into George.
I'm 600 pounds and bald. God damn it. My life rocks. This shit rocks. Oh, come on.
I'm not scared.
So the last one here. How drunk is too drunk when playing a show?
Oh, man. Well, obviously, if you're fucking up, right?
Yeah.
But I've been really drunk before and still felt like I nailed like a couple shows.
Yeah.
I can't remember us. I can't remember, but I did pretty good. Basically,
that's what you're gonna say. I remember the last show of a 4-day run that we did, and we were fucked up on a Saturday show, which it was sold out. Like we headlined.
Oh yeah.
At this, or no, we were the like support or whatever. So we were
we were like direct support or whatever.
Yeah, of the local band. But it's like sold out show. People loved it. Bought shit. We were getting fucked up at the show, after the show.
Oh yeah.
And then we're like, oh, we got a Sunday show to play. And all day we're just like sluggish, trying to nurse hangovers because it was like the town or the city was maybe 2 hours away, not that far away. So I'm like, oh, we had all day just to like, let's recover, let's rally, let's rally caps, let's go, boys.
Yeah, we had to drive. It was from Flagstaff to Scottsdale was what you're referring to. Not a huge drive, but we had a lot of time to like chill out, get ready, take some deep breaths, you know, get hydrated.
And it was just like, and then it didn't help because I don't think we were drunk. We were hungover.
We were just tired as fuck.
There's definitely, and maybe I'll derail his question, Chase. There's a too hungover to play because high energy punk rock songs can go to, you know, steady rock and roll.
Yeah,
real
like when
quick.
it's like supposed to be like 180 or up
it's like 200,
to like 200,
210 BPM can go to like 175, and you're like,
man.
And Kyle, you're the only one that's like, fucking, let's go. And then the drummer and I are like, dude, and we're like, we had, you know, it's like hair of the dog is a couple beers at the bar. It's like we're catching up now. And Kyle, you're like pulling a couple mules. And it's like, let's fucking go, let's go. You're like trying to stamp your feet to be like, let's fucking hit the one. No, come on. And we're Brian and I, the drummer, different Brian.
And I'm singing the fucking song. I'm singing the lyrics like, whoa, whoa. It just felt like, like someone put their finger slightly on like the record player. Like,
I think we played well, but it was well below the time. It was
it was like 20 or more BPM below, which is noticeable. You know, maybe even more. Who knows?
Turns pop punk into easy listening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so that's definitely one. I mean, too drunk if you can't fucking play or you're falling over, that's too drunk.
I've been drunk as hell. You did bring up a good point, but I'm the one who drove. I was drunk as hell at that night that we played in Flagstaff, and I was fine the next day. You know,
you
woke up at 9.
Yeah, I got to leave that off. Like, we were all drunk, and you were drunk as fuck too. You did not drive. Nobody drove.
Not while I was drunk, but the next morning,
tour manager drove. Tour manager, our boy Austin Train. He drove because he was the fucking man at that show.
Oh,
he was like, he was selling merch. He was getting us like ready for it's like, you guys come on, we're like 10 minutes to set up, let's go. And
we're outside drinking.
And he's like,
oh, fine.
And he goes
okay, Dad.
And he was like, this is the only all ages show of the tour. How are you this fucking drunk? I'm like, because it's fucking cold. It's because you're outside. And he's like yelling at us. It's like, you guys got fucking drunk off of Kirkland beers.
I bent the back door of the
van.
Not the van, the live-in case for the 410, because we're done. I'm pretty sure this is when we're done. I flipped it down, and the door was open, and it's like it hit the ground while I'm like putting the whole weight of the. Fuck! I totally fucked that up. Now it closes, but I gotta wiggle it.
You gotta jiggle it. You gotta jiggle it.
But I think it was the first tour with that thing, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it was like a tour where we thought tour cases were the best idea. No.
Yeah. No.
But that's, I think, not the drunk, because we weren't drunk at the show. I think we were buzzed for sure, but we definitely got drunk after we played.
Oh, yeah.
And then at that after party after the show.
Yeah.
It was like, we were at a college town, so we were like, 26, and we were like, hanging out with like 22-year-olds.
We're cool.
We're awesome. They think we're cool. And the drummer, he was like in his 30s. He's like, this is awesome. I'm cool. That was fun. So I'd say too drunk. If you can't play, whatever, and you're falling over, that's too drunk. But too hungover is the key. You can be too hungover for a show.
Yeah, you play everything in slow motion.
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah. At least for us. So, anyways, that was 250, episode 250. It's in coming up on 5 years for this show. So that's awesome. I think one of the reasons I think this show stays going, because we have some friends' shows who stopped and maybe they're on hiatus and coming back, or they just never come back, etc. Or like their hosts are not even the same hosts as the beginning of the show, but they still keep the same name for some reason. We keep it together because I really enjoy talking to my friend Kyle every week, or as much as I can. If we skip a week, But that's
best week of my life, actually.
Yeah, best time.
That when you almost died of COVID.
That was the best week.
Shit. All right.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so it's I think that's one of the biggest reasons why the show still goes on. It's because I'm like, oh, we actually, if people didn't listen, we would still talk to each other.
Yeah.
I think we probably would still do Zoom because I'm like, this is pretty good. Like I haven't seen you since June.
Works out. Yeah.
And and it's fun. So the show's, keep on keeping on. Thank you for listening and thank you for supporting. And if this is your 250th time listening to us, thank you. If this is your first time listening, thank you. We're going to do our spiel and get out of here. But yeah, here's 250 more. We'll do something special for 300 for sure. I thought this was fun. I'm like, oh, we haven't,
Damn,
asked.
5 years?
Yeah.
You just said that. I was like, what?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm a loser?
I have a podcast?
Yeah. What's a podcast?
Wait, Brian, you record these every week?
Fuck.
Oh, shit.
I was just practicing my public speaking.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You know I have low self. Okay, let's get out of here.
Not as low as mine after that gig.
Damn.
Anyways, thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. I really do appreciate it. If you like the show, you can follow along on social media. We have a Facebook group and a Facebook page, both listed in the description. And then join the group. Page is just a landing blast page for Instagram at the Tone Jerks. Posting cool shit on the reg over there. So follow us over there. Slide into the DMs. We are out here. And
you
then,
say a blast page?
Yeah.
Or a splash page? Or both?
I always heard blast.
Yeah.
I'm having a blast. Got a blast.
Got a blast. Got a splash.
Subscribe on YouTube. We're actually getting closer to 300. So as of late, and I keep saying I'm going to post more videos for demos and shit like that, but we're just posting the video, we're posting video podcasts over there, and they're actually getting good traction and generating likes and followers. So that's awesome. That's awesome. I think, it'd be great to get up to 300, get up to
now
1,000.
I can hijack the whole channel and just do like my gun demos.
You could.
Thanks everyone for subscribing. This is a gun. Bang, bang, bang. Thank you for watching.
I wonder if that would get us more subscribers.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Subscribe for more content.
And
That's it.
and then,
5-second videos.
Yeah.
Shorts.
It's just shit that you're doing that weekend. You're gardening.
Yeah, man, I'm mowing this week, so get off my back. I did a shit job.
You think of every random type of YouTube video that you watch. Sometimes there's mowing videos or somebody cleans up a yard.
Yeah,
they do it fast time. You're like, I'll do that this weekend and see if that hits. It does. It gets subscribers, and then they tune into the next video, and it shows you going over guns and cleaning it. And then it shows you playing video games. So you're like, Kyle just does whatever the hell he wants on this channel. We could actually make it and then actually make it like a playlist. Just Kyle random videos that you want to do.
Life of Kyle.
I do like that. Anyways, YouTube / the Tone Jerks. And if you really like the show, you can help support it on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. We get a bonus episode over there. You get an RSS feed that goes to your favorite podcatcher. And you get the new episodes that drop every Tuesday. And you get the whole back catalog. We're talking over 240, probably closer to 250 bonus episodes over there on patreon.com / the Tone Jerks. And yeah, just for the support, like I said, we really appreciate it. It actually really helps the show go on here. Helps pay for the Zoom that we're doing here, which much appreciated. And also helps cover the cost of the hosting fees and shit like that. But, for the support there, you get the bonus episodes. But, we want to give you a huge shout out, a sizable acknowledgement. Kyle?
Yeah, my only task in this podcast.
You ready?
Keep going. Introduce me.
Why don't you, in that list I had, aforementioned, why don't you give it to... Give
What?
it to me.
I have Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove and the Second Button Podcast, surviving Fiona over there in Canada. By the way, he's the reason why this podcast has really been delayed. And you know what?
Just blame Andrew for it.
That's the benefit of being a Patreon supporter. You know, being a patron,
You get to
delay the podcast.
You get to be a part of the show.
Yeah.
Meaning that you're part of this, so we get to blame you for things.
Yeah, actually, everyone on this list, we're blaming you.
It's your fault.
Get ready. Next up, we got Abe Newman. We got a bone to pick with you. No, chill, dude. Actually, Michael
shit
Newman
on everybody.
They're all rad dudes, dude. They're all rad. Come on. Michael Newman.
I didn't know you were sick like that.
Dude. Dude, I know you're sick like that. Nicholas Payson. Nicholas Ogburn. Doug King. Not that Shaka.
Yeah.
Different Shaka.
Bam.
Doug King. Doug Christ from 37 Effects. Joe. Will Lehue and Tony DeGraw. They're all doing the same podcast together. They just pick a different name every week.
They're on the Like My Network over there.
Yeah, the Like My Network. Masters of the Cinematic Universe. Just Surprise Me.
Texas
the Signal
State.
Path Podcast. Texas State Boggle Champs. Texas Size 10-4. For people that don't live in Texas, they're pretty obsessed with Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who hates Texas, R.J. Smith from Teletalks. We got Jamie Davis. We got Johnny Ray. Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum.
Like RJ is the nega Kyle.
Yeah.
He's the opposite.
Traded. Yeah. We pass each other while we're,
Yeah.
we're just, what?
He's the Bizarro World Kyle.
Yeah. Kevin E. Quits from Quits Guitars. Co Schneider from the band Night Tides. Alvaro Viramontes. Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars. Mel Chibson of Chibson Guitars. Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop. Sean Fahey from the band Shadowhounds. Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects. Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects. Mike Oxbig, Huge Erection, and Denny Whacked It. The trifecta. The trifecta.
The guy fucked up.
The guy fucked up. Doesn't even make sense after you just change everything.
It changed everything.
The guy fucked it. Zach Hale. Like, what are you saying? We got to move Zach. Zach, I feel bad. He's always in the middle of these guys. You know, he's like, he's a tough act to follow.
Yeah.
You know, Zach, we got to move Zach. We got to move, but I'm not going to. Eric Merrill from YouTube. Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop Podcast. Tim Noack from Bardic Audio Devices. Sorry. How Now Brown Cow. Tyler Rhines from Tyler Casey Riffs on Instagram. Matthew Fenslaw. Michael McVeigh. And Matthew Davis.
All right. List. Hell yeah. Thank you for 250 episodes.
Yeah. And many more.
And many more. We will see you next time. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.